Hi, I'm Amy Waterman, a transplant psychologist and the creator of the Explore Transplant education program.
And I'm Dr. Suzanne Nicholas, a nephrologist. As many of you know, chronic kidney disease is the gradual loss of kidney function that may lead to kidney failure, but not in everyone. Kidney disease happens when the kidneys are damaged and don't work well.
What can people do to slow kidney disease?
There are many things you can do to slow down kidney disease. You can keep your blood sugar levels under control if you have diabetes, and your blood pressure under control if you have high blood pressure. It's also important to know what your treatment options are if your own kidneys stop working. We always say knowledge is power. You never know when this information will help you.
This is a program about exploring all your options and making choices that work best for you. You may have questions such as, why did my kidneys fail? Should I stay on dialysis or get a transplant? Or how will this affect my loved ones? This program will help answer all of these questions and more. Hearing stories or watching videos of patients, donors, and family members who've been through this journey can also be helpful. You should watch these videos with people who help you make important health decisions, your close friends or family members.
Remember to learn as much as you can about the risks and benefits of every option. You are the expert in your own life. At the end of the entire program, you can decide what is right for you.
Now let's watch the first video, Explore Your Options.
Over 500,000 people in the United States have kidney disease, and this number keeps increasing. Patients whose kidneys fail can choose to go on dialysis or have a kidney transplant. Many patients wonder, is a transplant for me? Should I get a kidney from someone who has died or a living donor? On this video, you will hear stories from patients who have had transplants and living donors who have donated to them.
I had some symptoms that caused me to go to the doctor, and the doctor told me I had renal failure. I didn't have a clue what he was talking about. As a matter of fact, I thought renal failure had something to do with my eyes.
So the day after Thanksgiving, I went back to the hospital, and the doctors told me, you have end-stage renal disease. Your kidneys have totally shut down. You have less than 10% function in both your kidneys. And you're going to have to go through the process of getting a transplant or going on dialysis.
My biggest thoughts were, where did it come from and how did it happen to me? It was never why me, because I'm just not that kind of a person.
I had a pain in my stomach. I went into the hospital. That's what they told me, that I was about to get on dialysis. When they told me dialysis, I had no clue about what dialysis was all about. So that's when the whole journey started.
I'm going to be on dialysis. I know exactly what that entails. That entails me getting my blood cleaned and feeling a whole lot better than I feel right now in this hospital bed.
You're on a restrictive diet, you're on restricted fluids. You know, Kim's a phenomenal cook and baker. You know, I was in the restaurant industry my whole life. You know, we like food, we like to cook. You know, that's a major area of enjoyment for us, you know. And you're just unable to do those type of things anymore.
I would come home, and Derek, our youngest, would come home, and he'd want to go do something, maybe play ball or just do something. And the kids knew. He would look at me, and I knew he wanted to do something, but he wouldn't ask. And that was very hard.
I was one of the 3 kids who was taking him to the dialysis center Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, which I know was difficult for me, getting here to pick him up on time and get him there on time.
Even though I have to be on a dialysis for the rest of my life, this is the way I can survive, so I have to accept it.
I said, when I was on dialysis, I said, I think I'm too old to have a transplant.
When I first heard about transplant, I was a little nervous just because it's another surgery you have to go through, and it's scary having to go under any kind of surgery just because there's so many risks.
Is it gonna last? Is it gonna hurt? Am I gonna feel funny with this organ inside of me? Am I gonna feel it?
I can't ask somebody for a kidney. You know, I said, it's not like asking to borrow their car keys, you know.
He's the main reason, or one of the main reasons, I was so hesitant in having a living donor, such as my daughter, donate the kidney. Basically because, you know, I was concerned that she could have this grandchild.
My biggest fear was to die. That was the biggest fear. I heard it was a huge surgery. I heard that people didn't do good on transplantation. So I was very scared.
I saw new life. That's what it is. It's new life. It's a you're reliving again. You're reliving your life again because you got a kidney, and you can see further down the road with it. Of course, we never know how long it'll last. We don't know how long we're gonna live in this world, but you can see a lot further when you got a kidney in your life than you can when you're on dialysis.
I decided to do a transplant because that was as close as I was going to get to being normal again, and I wanted to be normal.
It started to get to where I could actually see myself living 20 years from now and seeing my grandkids graduate from high school.
I wanted to be active in the community after, and I knew I could only do that with a transplant.
If that transplant could work out for me, you know, I could have a whole lot better quality of life because I knew being on that kidney machine, I was on it 3 years, and I knew it would take its toll on me. And I knew, I guess you could say, I want to live.
For me, it was like, I'm gonna do everything in my power to keep him healthy and to have him in my life some more. You know, I wanted to keep him around. I wanted him to see me, you know, grow up and have a family. So.
I loved him. We've been together a really long time, and I wanted to spend more time with him. I wanted to be able to get old and rickety with him, and to give him all the grief I could, because that's my job, you know. But, and he was going through so much, and he was fighting so hard. I just wanted it to end.
사랑하는 가족이고 저희 누나니까는 당연히 줘야 된다고 생각해요.
He says that we are a loving family and there's no obligations, but he wanted to, and in order to save sister.
I've just always known if there's something you can do to help another person, you know, how, and it's not hurting you in any way, then there's no reason that I wouldn't do it. And especially if it means saving somebody's life. And to have this opportunity to help Yvonne, you know, I kind of always thought I would be a donor, but I would be gone and wouldn't really know about it, and it would go to a stranger, and that was okay too. But to be able to help somebody that I know and that I care about, just was a gift to me too.
I would encourage anybody who's on dialysis to take a serious look at this, because it will do nothing but improve their life, and it's probably going to improve the lives of the people around them as well.
Look into transplantation as an option, and ask people, don't listen to bad stories, because not everybody is the same. What might be good for you, it might not be good for someone else, but there is a big thing though, that you are in charge and you're responsible for your health. So the more you learn, the more you educate yourself, the better you're gonna do.
And if there's a glimmer of hope to have a better quality of life that you have, I'm here to tell anyone, make that decision. It's not just for you. It's for your loved one. It's for your family members. It's for your husband. It's for your wife. It's for your son. It's for your daughter.
And it's been 5 years now, and you'd never know that either one of us had a kidney transplant.
I mean, that she'd give me one or that I had a transplant. And all along, everybody, when I tell people that I've had a kidney transplant, they're like, your color is wonderful. You look healthy. You look great. And I said, well, I got a kidney.
So, Dr. Nicholas, what do you think of the program so far?
I like it. My patients ask me exactly the same questions.
If you're watching this video for the first time, I recommend that you think about what is most important to you and how you feel now. Are you able to do the things you want to do, or is something missing?
Many of my patients with chronic kidney disease ask me what things they can do to ensure that they'll be around to watch their kids and grandkids grow up.
A lot of people talk to me about how they can feel better and have more energy.
You also want to think about how your kidney disease affects your family and friends. Sometimes we forget that what we're dealing with also affects those who love us.
I really like this brochure, The Basics of Kidney Disease. It explains things very simply.
Remember, your kidneys don't fail all at once. The top priority for most patients with kidney problems is to keep their own kidneys working as long as possible.
Can doing things like exercising regularly, watching your weight, and not smoking also help?
Definitely. Talk to your own doctor to see whether taking any of these actions could help you.
If your kidneys do fail, there are a lot of different treatment options to learn.
You could start dialysis, which is a treatment in which a filtering machine or a special fluid is used to remove waste from your body.
You can also get a transplant, which is a surgery where a doctor puts a kidney from one individual into someone whose kidneys no longer work. You can also get a kidney from someone who has died or a living donor who may be a family member or a friend. As you've seen on the video, there are many reasons why people decide to donate a kidney to someone else.
Living donors have told me that they just want to help someone feel better and that they're glad there's something they can do.
It's important to keep an open mind as you learn more about living donation. Living donors often surprise you.
Now please join us for the second video in this series, What You Need to Know About Kidney Transplant.